Happy Friday. This week flew by. The first week of January is gone. I hope you all are doing amazing. I am super excited to be on here today and chat with you guys. So I want to start off by telling you guys a little bit about me because I don't like the dead silence at the beginning. I've noticed that. I don't like it. So for those of you who do not know me, my name is Courtney Reyes, Director of House of Scents, aka Wax Queen Coco. And I am a business owner. I also work, we own a cleaning company. I also work in dental. So all my dental peeps out there, I've been in dentistry for about, I think 15 years now. So I work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday at a dental practice in North Raleigh, North Carolina. And we also have our cleaning company, and I also do Scensty. I am married to my sort of high school sweetheart. I met him when I was 14 years old, and I have been with him ever since. And we are coming up on our anniversary here shortly. So yeah, I have a 14-year-old daughter. She's an only child, and she is about to turn 15. So my life is very busy. My life is very hectic. I have a lot of goals, ambitions, dreams, and I know that Scensty is going to help me get there. As you are popping on, please say hey to me. I just changed my wax. Fun fact, I actually thought I was going to be late because I had a waxident right before this and got wax all over my brand new Better Together warmer, but I cleaned it up. It's fine. And I wasn't late. I was actually, I think I was a minute early. So I want to start this, this training off. It's going to be, short. I don't like to do long trainings because I like to keep my folks engaged, and I'm a little extra when it comes to energy again, because I do believe that if you have someone training you that's blah, you're going to feel blah during the training. So I like to keep the energy high and going. So have you guys ever heard of the phrase, if you are early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. And if you are late, you're lost. Have you guys ever heard of that before? I see people hopping on, so definitely say hi to me and talk to me and let me know who has heard of that phrase. Well, the same thing can relate to your Scensty business, guys. So if you are prepared, you are ahead. If you are ahead, you are halfway there. And if you are halfway there, then girlfriend, you got some work to do. You got some work to do. Who has some work to do? Who has not front loaded anything at all for the new year, for the new catalog season, for the month of January, for their second week of January, because we're going to talk about it all today. We are going to talk about the importance of front loading in your business. We are going to talk about how you can front load for not just the month, but also the week and the catalog season, because all of those things are super important. And I feel like we don't talk about that stuff. We do not talk about that stuff often when it comes to Scensty in our business. Thank you so much. Thank you. Welcome. Good morning. Happy Friday. Happy Friday. So it is so important to front load, and there's so many different things that you can be front loading in your Scensty business. A lot of people think that when we talk about front loading that we are talking about front loading for parties. No, that is definitely one key element in your business that you should be front loading. Okay, and I'm going to talk about that too. But you should be front loading so much more, so many other things. Your business is not just partying. Your business is leadership. Your business is PRV. Your business is relationships. Your business is planting seeds for the future. So it is very important that we front load in our business. Front loading is essential to having a successful Scensty business or any business. It provides stability. It provides scarcity and creates urgency. I'm going to talk a little bit more about these points as we move on through the training. And it provides peace of mind that relieves stress. How many of you are stressed out? How many of you feel like Scensty used to be a hobby and is no longer a hobby? and it is stressing you out? Who feels burnt out? Who feels like they just can't? Who feels like there's just so much going on, so much to do, and you don't even know where to start or where to begin? We have all been there. We have all had seasons in our business where things aren't so fun, where we're not selling, where we're not partying. But guess what? You are in control of all of that. You are in control of it, okay? I want you, if you are feeling stressed out, burnt out, if you are feeling like you've lost your joy, I want you to step back and take a look at what you've been doing. Are you doing too much? Are you doing too little? And in return, that's causing this snowball effect for you to feel burnt out and overworked for no reason at all, but you're not even selling Scensty now? Your PRV isn't where you want it to be, but you're doing all of these things? Let's create some simplicity. Let's talk about the important topics in your business that you need to focus on, okay? So what types of things should you be front loading, okay? First of all, I've already touched on it, parties. You should be front loading your month with parties. We are currently in January. Who is booked out parties in January? Whose calendar in January is completely booked with parties? If your calendar for January is not booked with parties, sis, you're doing it wrong. Your calendar for January should be completely booked with parties. You should, worst case scenario, be booking February parties right now. You never want to start a month wondering where your PRV is going to come from. That creates so much stress. Why are you stressing yourself out? Why are you setting yourself up to be stressed out? Okay. Rebecca, that is a completely different training. Parties are, some people ask all the time, how are you booking parties? How are you getting parties? So let's talk about it for just a quick moment. Number one, I want you to go back to everyone who ordered from you in December. And I want you to send them a message. There's a really quick report that you can pull on your workstation. And I want you to message every last person who ordered from you in January and just ask them this simple question. You ready? Girl, how would you like to get your next order free and half off with me? That's it. Send that message to everyone who has booked with you, who has purchased from you in December. Okay? Once, you don't want to do this too fast, okay? Because you don't want to overwhelm yourself, because I promise people are going to message you back. So once you get through December and talking to those customers, move on to November, then move on to October, and continue to message everyone until January is completely booked. Once January is booked, then move on into February, okay? Right now, I have a very busy life. Like we've already talked about that, right? Very busy life. So for me, a booked month is a party a week. If I have someone who wants another party on a week that I've already got booked or something like that, I may double book myself. But for me, a booked month is one party a week. If I'm feeling adventurous or if I have time off from my regular job, I'll do 2 parties a week. But that's maximum for me. So my January is booked, my February is halfway booked, and I have 1 party scheduled in March. Whenever you're messaging people in reference to parties, I want you to, and this goes back to dental training, I want you to give them the dual alternative close. You should always be in control of the conversation. I am very huge on verbiage. Verbiage for me is everything. I hate certain words in Scensty, like I hate join my team, like I hate that. So verbiage is very big because you want to create a sense of scarcity and a sense of urgency when it comes to booking parties, okay? That way people think, oh my God, like she's booked, her parties must be banging, like she's out here, she's doing it, like I want to book a party with her, I want free and half off next time too. So what you're going to do is whenever you message someone and they say, oh my God, yes, I would love my next order free and half off. Be like, well, you are in for a treat, girl, because I have 2 openings in January for a scent event. Would you prefer this day or would you prefer this day? Or would you prefer the second week in January, or would you prefer the third week of January? However you run your parties, I love to go live. That's why I only do one party a week. I go live on Thursday nights, and it's usually at 7 p.m. or 8 p.m. because I love to connect with people, and I feel like people connect with you when they can see you and hear you, and you can show them the product and how you use it and talk about your favorites, and they see you getting excited about your favorites, and then they're like, oh my God, I want that too. So whenever you are booking your parties, give them a 2 dates or 2 weeks or however you run them, so that way they can pick one. And then when your next person messages you, go down your list in your calendar. You want to start with your most recent availability, okay? So if you have a party opening next Thursday, say, would you prefer this Thursday or would you prefer next Thursday? And just keep it like that, okay? Verbiage is very huge, creating that sense of urgency, staying in control of the conversations. Again, I have to thank my dental background for this because I did a lot of training with Verbiage and how to schedule folks for treatment. So that is definitely one of my biggest tips. Be in control of the conversation, create scarcity and urgency by providing 2 different dates and giving them the option, okay? If those dates don't work for them, be like, okay, well, my next available is this, and just keep going down your list, okay? Any questions about that? Okay. So the biggest thing you can do, of course, with parties is ask, personal message. Do not rely on a Facebook post. Sometimes I will post, which warmer do you like? You'll be glad you told me. I do that once in a while. I don't do that all the time. Personal message is huge for me in connecting with my customers. So that's another idea on booking a party. There's a couple of different flyers out there for you to post about pick a warmer and all of that. Lots of amazing ideas on how to book parties, but personal message is number 1. And then if that is not working, then you can go out and you can send an email to your entire customer base and let them know that you're looking for party hostess and that you would love to get them free and half off. And you could say something like, I've sent this out to all of my contacts. I only have 3 opportunities available. First 3 people to respond is the one that's getting it. Something like that. Again, creating scarcity and urgency whenever you are sending out those messages is very, very important. All right, so front loading parties. Number 2, what else can you front load on, guys? Recruits. You can front load your recruits. And how is this even possible, right? So there's 2 different ways you can do this. I know that sometimes we get people who really are in dire need of that free kit. They want to start their business. They don't have the funds to do so. You know that this business can change their lives, so they really want that free kit. So create a running list of, I would not do this for, create a running list of people who you know that want a free kit, okay? So you can front load every time you get that $500 party, or if you're wanting to host their launch party for them, create a running list of those people that you can help out one at a time, and create a list of people who you are asking and they're just saying not right now. Because we all know that if it's a hard no, they're going to say no, I don't want to join, right? But if they say maybe one day, or maybe in the summer, or circle back to me in a couple months, I'm just really busy right now, or if they say I've thought about it, anytime someone does not say no, you should be putting that person on a follow-up list. A follow-up list. You should have a follow-up list. Who got the calendar? Who got our planner? Who got it? So I have follow-up lists. Let me see if I can find one and show you guys what I mean, because I have a follow-up list of people. This is out in March. So I have 2 people who told me that they were thinking about joining. So I wrote them down and I asked them the first week in January. So I wrote them down in March for me to follow up with them in March. And guess what? I can actually cross off one of these people because they actually just joined. So this is a reminder, because how many customers do we have? How many people slip through the cracks, whether it's through sales or whether it's through us not remembering to follow up with them about joining or about partying. So same thing with partying. I have a couple of people who I asked and they said, hey, I'm really busy right now, but definitely let me know in the spring when you have openings. So I have their name on a list for me to follow up with them. So I am already front loading my month with follow-ups. So the first week of the month, I'm going to go through that follow-up list and I'm going to follow up with all of those people that I had joint conversations with and party conversations with and get them booked. And then if it's still not the right time for them, move them out another 2 or 3 months and continue to follow up with them. Do your part. Once they come back and say, no, I'm not interested, then you can take them off. But if they're saying maybe, follow up with me, blah, 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 have a running list of those people. Very, very important. Another thing you can front load with is sales. Now, I front load my month with sales and I also front load my weeks with sales. So what does that mean? So for me, and if you've watched any of my trainings before, I say this all the time, if I do not start day 1 off with 500 PRV on the board, your sis is freaking out. I'm freaking out. I don't know what's happening. It's doomsday. Something is up and I'm freaking out. So I have a question for you guys. It is the 6th of the month. Who is active? Who has 500 PRV on the board? Who has 1,000 PRV on the board? And then I'm going to tell you guys how much PRV I have on the board. Yes, 500 day 1. I'm freaking out if I don't. I do a challenge with my team. I want to know where y'all are standing right now. It is January 6th. It is a new year. We are supposed to be hungry right now. We're supposed to be motivated right now. What is happening? Where are you guys at? Where are you guys at? Okay, all right, 500, 600. Okay, yes, Kayla, period. All right, Lori, active. Fantastic. Yes, I freak the freak out. I have to have my PRV on the board. Okay. All right, period. So if you are new, this should serve as your motivation that anything is possible, that if you work your butt off, anything is possible. So I right now, and this is not to brag, this is just to tell you guys what is possible in this business if you work, if you front load, if you follow the steps that I'm telling you, okay? Okay. All right, perfect. I am currently over 2,000 PRV on the 6th. My average PRV is between 6,000 and 8,000 monthly. And I do that by front loading, by partying, by planting seeds with sales, by front loading my weeks with sales, Scensty Club, and Scent and Warmer of the Month pre-sales as well, okay? So with this new catalog season coming out, we should all be very motivated to be active day 1. Okay. All right. Motivated to be active day 1. I do a challenge with my team. I want them active by day 5 and I want them to have 500 PRV on the board by the 15th because we all know you have to have 500 PRV on the board to be paid at title no matter what title you're at. So I encourage them to do that by the 15th so that way they can focus on their leadership towards the end of the month. Okay. All right. So what I do, I'm going to tell you guys exactly what I do. So for my month, I advertise my mystery boxes and the Scent and Warmer of the Month the last week of the month. So at the end of January, the last week of January, I will start to advertise February's Scent and Warmer of the Month, and I will also start to advertise my mystery bags. Now, whatever thing, you have to find something that makes you happy in your business. You have to find something that you can do that's different than every consultant around you. whether that is mystery bags, scent bags, whether it is you doing a special box, whatever it may be, you have to do something different because everyone is different and everyone brings something different to Scensty. You have to find that niche and then you need to run with it. Like you just need to go with it. And that is exactly what I did with my mystery boxes. I love them. My family loves them. My husband actually just started helping me plan and prepare for them. And he gives me ideas and we put them together. And it's a great family activity. If you start, and I know what some people are going to say, I've tried mystery bags and they don't work for me, or I tried once and I only sold one. That's the issue. You only tried once. You only tried once. You have to continue and you have to be, I say it again all the time, consistent and persistent. You have to post about your mystery bags or bundles every single month, like clockwork. On the 23rd, I will send a message out to everyone who has ever purchased a mystery bag, a personal message to everyone who has ever purchased one, and I call them my VIPs, my mystery bag VIPs. They get first dibs. I will send that personal message out to them, okay? Then, after that, y'all, this training is a little bit longer, and I'm so sorry because I'm going off on a tangent because I'm giving y'all all of my tips and tricks, so make sure you're writing notes. On the 24th, I will then post it in my VIP group, okay? And then on the 25th, I will post it publicly. Now, I love to do things in increments of 3. So say I send out my personal message to my 50 people on my list and 20 people respond, okay? Then I post it on my VIP group and I get another 3 people. So now I'm up to 23 mystery bags. So then what I do is I will create a post creating scarcity, okay? Letting people know that I have X amount of blind bags left. So I could either go up to 24 or I could go up to 30. I'm going to shoot for the stars and I'm going to say I'm going to go for 30. And I'm going to put something like this. I had 30 mystery bags. My VIPs took out 23 of them. I have 7 left. Who finally wants to try one and see what all the hype is about? Say nothing happens. I get crickets. I don't get anything. So now what am I going to do? I'm going to lower it down to 27. And I'll keep doing that. And I'll say, okay, I'll still say I have 30, but now I have 4 left. And you always want to create a deadline and you always want to create a max number. That way you are creating scarcity and urgency for people to hop on board and snag your mystery bags. But you cannot just try mystery bags one time and say it doesn't work for you. You at least need to try it for 3 months. If you get 1 more person every month, it is good. Good, okay? It takes time to build. Rome was not built in a day. It takes time. It takes consistency. If you sell 1, I want you to rock that freaking bag out. And I want you to post pictures of it. And I want you to tell your customer who bought it to post pictures of it. And I want you guys to talk about this mystery bag for like 2 days, about how amazing it was, how much fun you had doing it. And then I want you to tell your cousin, be like, can you just post and let everyone know how amazing this was? They're going to do it. People love to help people. People love to help people. So they're going to do it. And just continue to grow, okay? And create a goal for yourself. So if you know month 1, you only sold 1, say, okay, well, next month I just want to sell 2. If I sell 2, boom, I'm already growing. Easy, guys. Don't overthink things. Don't set yourself up for failure before you even start. You're better than that. You are better than that. All right. So sales, I advertise my mystery bags, scent of the month, warmer of the month, the last week, okay? And usually I start day 1 between 500 and 1,000 PRV on the board, depending on the season. In the fall, like I could start day 1 with 2K PRV. Again, it just depends on the season. Because of course, we'll have the harvest collection, the summer collection, any collection that comes out on the 1st. Those definitely help your PRV. Make sure you are advertising those. All right. So let's see where I am. Now let's talk about front loading your weeks. Who front loads your weeks? Who has local orders that they put in, or whose customers don't like to order online, so they'll just be like, hey girl, your next order, can you add such and such? That's a big one in my department. I have a lot of locals. So we all know that we get announcements on Wednesdays or Thursdays, and we usually get a drop on Monday if there's something coming out. So all of my local orders are on Mondays, and my peeps, they know that. So whenever I post in my VIP group about an LTO, I usually post about it the day we get the announcement in my VIP group. They're the first people to know, and they know that, and they know that they're special to me. Again, a little off topic, make sure you have a freaking VIP group. You need to have a VIP group for your best customers. Okay. So, I will post in my VIP group, and then the next day I will post to my stories and on my personal page, okay? Make sure you're using all avenues. If you have Instagram and Facebook, you can connect your Instagram and your Facebook, so whenever you post to Instagram, it's also posting on Facebook for you, so you don't have to do it twice. So I will post about that, and then the next day I'll say, hey guys, I'm placing my local order on Monday. Let me know what you need. And people know, because they will message me on Wednesday and be like, hey girl, when's your next order? I think it's on Monday, but can you add this to it? And then I'll add that to that for them. So I currently, for Monday right now, I think about $200 in sales for Monday. So just make sure you are setting your business up for success, letting your customers know what's coming, reaching out to them by email, by text, by your Facebook and Instagram stories, by your VIP page, by your personal page, whatever it may be. Make sure you're communicating to them, because that is your job. That is your job. If they see something posted somewhere else in another group, if they are loyal and if they love you, they may go to you and they may be like, hey girl, I saw someone posted that, them beautiful trees are coming out, but I haven't seen you post about that yet. Is that coming out? You are doing your business a disservice if you are not sharing every LTO with your customers. A huge disservice. I know sometimes it can be overwhelming, because we did have a lot there for a little bit, back to back to back to back to back. Make it work for you. Post about them, throughout the day. Post about one a day, whatever it may be. But you need to make sure that your customers are aware of everything that is coming out. Because if you don't tell them, I don't tell them. Girl, I don't tell them what's coming. I sure am. So you have to make sure you are doing your part, that you are providing A+ customer service and letting them know what's coming out. Okay? So if you have not shared the Valentine's Day collection, who has not shared the Valentine's Day collection? Call yourself out, girl. Call yourself out. Because you have to let them know what's coming. It is your job. It is your job. All right. Another thing you can front load your catalog season with is samples. Samples, team mail outs, and trainings, and club, and happy mail, and blind box themes. So again, this is going to help relieve your stress. It is going to bring out the zen in you, baby girl. And I promise, once you do this one time, you are forever going to do this, because it is a huge stress relief. Okay. Samples. We all have the new catalog now. Do you know what you're sampling? Do you know? Are you going to do samples? What we doing? What we doing out here in these streets? So let me tell y'all what I'm doing. I'm going to give you just a quick idea. So I actually saw this idea from another consultant, but I'm going to put my own spin on it. I'm going to do it myself. So normally I do the scent of the month and any new releases coming out. And at the beginning of a catalog season, I will do like the scented stickers as well as wax samples and my favorites. I'm not going to do that this season. I'm still going to do the scented stickers. I'm going to be sending out catalogs to my best customers. People who are in Scensty Club are going to get them first, and they're going to get the scented stickers first, and then I'll move on to whoever ordered from me in January, who of course is ordering anything from the new catalog will also get all of that stuff. And then I'll just go month by month. So I'll do January, then I'll do December, then I'll do November, and I'll just go like that down the list of people who are going to get new catalogs. But for my Happy Mail, I want to be more intentional with it. So, and how many of us have customers who may have gotten the same sample a couple times? And I definitely know that this has happened to me, so this is something I really wanted to work on this season. I don't want to waste samples. So I'm going to do 2 wax samples a month of the new scents. So everyone who orders from me in their Happy Mail, they're going to, or if they're local, it's going to go in their bag. They're going to get 2 samples of the new scents, and I'll just choose my scents in advance because, again, we're preparing, right? So, and then they're also going to get a different sample of something else new. So they'll probably get like Make a Splash body soak the first month, but probably not because I want to be more intentional. So I'll probably do like Make a Splash in May. So, because people are getting ready, you know, for the summer. So probably do something like that. So, and I'm going to write them all down, and every month, I'm going to have them ready to go out. They're going to be ready to go out. I'm going to create a list this weekend of all of the supplies that I need, all of the samples I'm going to make, and I'm going to share that with my team because us leaders, we need to be sharing what we are doing with our teams and how we're working our business so that way that they can be successful. So I'm going to be sharing all of that information with my team. So set yourself up for success so that way you don't have to worry about what's going in your Happy Mail. I cannot believe how many people ask me, what do you put in your Happy Mail? It is mind-blowing to me. You need to make sure you have a sample in there, whether it's just the scent of the month or something from the new catalog. You need to make sure you have some type of Scensty Club verbiage in there because Scensty Club is huge, okay? Is huge. And you are technically front-loading every single month, every time you have someone subscribe to Scensty Club. That again, a completely different training. You need to be, so, gosh, I just lost my train of thought. What was I saying, guys? What was I saying? You should have all of your samples ready to go, okay? Ready to go. So I'm going to create a list of all the supplies I need, all the samples I'm making. I'm going to have it listed. If someone orders twice in the month, I'm going to have like some backup special sample in the corner for them. Like I'm going to be 100% prepared. Thank you. Lost my train of thought. Okay, so a sample, Scensty Club verbiage, party verbiage also needs to be in there, okay? Party with me. I have a little flyer that I put in there that says what my specials are, what I'm offering my hostess if they party with me. And then you also need to have some type of join information in there as well. So have everything ready to go. So I've already had stuff sent off to Canva for printing. I'm starting to design my labels that I'm going to put on my samples. So make sure that you are setting yourself up for success and to have less stress by preparing your season, okay? And yes, it may take, that was my last topic, by the way. And yes, it may take a little while for you to get all of that, especially like team trainings. I want it to have a clear to go to for what I'm doing monthly with my team. Team mail outs as well. I have a list of the next 6 months and what I'm doing for my team. And then I also have my blind baskets planned out for the next year. So I have my themes ready to go. And yes, it may change, especially if we get like a LTO that I didn't know what was coming. So it may change. But prepare your season, front load your months, and have fun. Remember why you joined. Get back to being stress-free. Get back to loving what you do. There is no time for change like a new year on top of a new catalog. So if anyone has any questions, if I missed your question because I can't read as I talk, because as you see, like I just lose my train of thought completely, I will go back and answer them. Be sure that you are catching other leaders' ideas and trainings as well, because those are also very, very important to your business, and front loading your mind with knowledge and intel from that you can only get from these amazing leaders. They do not have to do this, and they do this for us. I too train up. It is very important. No matter how high up you are, you can always learn something from someone. I hope that you all have an amazing Friday, and I look forward to chatting with you in the future. Bye, guys.